I'll fix it here, and the honeybee is going to help me.
Yes.
So we got this problem with a hole in the wall, and so honeybee has this all cut out here. We're also going to go over here and cut this out a little bit, and then we're going to reinforce behind it by putting in some wood over here, something to screw to with this sheetrock. So hang in there, and we'll show you how to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what the hole looked like. It was a typical fist through the wall type hole. And here the honeybee is following the lines nicely with this multi-tool that works really good for sheetrock. So here we go. So the next step, we have to have something to put screws in. So what I did was I just built this, even though I don't have my Craig's jig, which I prefer, but you can always just toenail it and it'll work fine. And in this case, I have a lot of room behind the wall, so I can do things like this. You probably, most likely, will be limited to this much space. It's going to be much more difficult. I lucked out this time. This is really neat. So this I made to go in here. And you see how it fits just like that. All right, so we're getting ready to put sheetrock right here, but we're just going to clean up the edges a little bit. So I've been going along here, like this, and keep going along the edge. At Home Depot, they had some 2 foot by 2 foot pieces to make patches with, and I picked up one of those, and it's going to be just fine. What I've done here is I cut a piece of sheetrock out, but I cut it an inch over and then ripped the sheetrock off of the paper. I think that's called a California patch or something like that. So you can see I made the sheetrock the size of the hole, and then I left an inch of paper over so that when I put this on here and I screw it in, then you can tape it. Well, it's already got tape, so then you just mud it. So I'm going to use this stuff right here, and it is 45-minute. Once you mix it up, you have 45 minutes before it's completely set, so you can paint it and stuff. Pretty good stuff. So I'm going to mix it up in here, and so we just add the powder. See all the powder going in there. 6, yeah, that's probably going to do it. Maybe another one, give it major. Make sure we got enough. Now I'm going to add it up with water and mix it. Just stir it and add water. Oof. Now, if you really want to set it up faster, you don't want to take 45 minutes for it to set up. You can actually use hot water, and it'll go off much faster. So let's mix it up nicely there. I got, you can see, it's just try to get all the chunks squished out of it so that it's creamy. Yeah, it's kind of like a good consistency. Okay, now I'm going to put mud in here. I'm going to squish it around all over this thing and in here, and squish this under the wall. So as you can see, there's no expertise necessary. No, you don't have to be fancy. You're just going to squish a bunch of mud in around all the edges of the sheetrock. Needs to be wet with this mud or goop or whatever you want to call it. I call it mud usually. So then you put it all around the edges of the piece that you're going to put in, and then you squish it around the edges on the wall, because the paper that's bigger than the sheetrock piece has got to sit on this wet mud on the wall, and you want that paper to hit the wet mud all the way around and have extra enough that you can squish the mud out. It's really important to have enough. It's working good. Let me get a screw in here. Oh, about there. And one about here. One here. That one took. Now it's time to really squish some mud around on here, and I use this bigger knife, and you can see how quickly and easily the bigger longer blade there, that I can really squish it on and keep things level. And this is the first application really of finishing it off. Okay, I'm going to put a second coat on here. Keep in mind, when you look around your house now, you have this mud to fill in little nooks and crannies and holes that need filling, while you have some all mixed up. Fill in a couple little places here and there that need it. It's getting better. I really can't stress enough how you can't screw this up. 'Cause, I mean, if you do screw it up, you keep redoing it, so it's no problem. Don't worry, be happy. When this dries, you can kind of do a little sanding, and it's pretty much ready for paint. Okay, me and the honeybee, we fixed up this wall, and this is still wet, but once it dries, we just do a little rough sand and it'll be ready for paint. All right, if you like this, hit the like button and you know what to do. All right, adios amigos.